Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's your guy Coldfire, and today I am going to be reacting to the last single track on Madonna's second studio album, Like a Virgin. And this one is Stay. I guess this is what I tell my dogs all the time. Stay. But they never do. Anyways, all of the songs on this album so far, because like I said, Like a Virgin, Material Girl, Dress You Up, all are very familiar songs with me. But going back, like I said, I have all of her. Well, no, I don't even have a Spotify anymore. If I'm at home, I just tell, the machine to play Madonna from Spotify. And it mixes it, but you know how it goes. It plays basically the most popular down to the least popular. I think that's how it works. I'm not sure. Or whatever somebody else is listening to if you don't have an account. So you hardly ever get to listen to a lot of these songs that were not as popular. And with her discography, I mean, she has like a lot of songs. So a lot of these songs don't get played frequently on on whenever I get to listen to her on the days that I do get to listen to her. As a disabled veteran, it is very hard to go back and listen to the older songs, even though she is like everything to me. I'm like a big Madonna fan, and she is like my top tier, other than, like I said, Patsy Cline. Patsy Cline was always my go-to before I got introduced to Madonna, but that wasn't until her Like a Prayer album came out, so to speak. But like I said, I did drive around town listening to this album and other ones with my girlfriends at the time, because I didn't know what I was and who I was at the time. I just knew I liked the same things they did. Which ironically, I should have gravitated towards Madonna because she was standing up for me the whole time. I just didn't know it. Maybe I was in that denial state. Who knows? I don't know why the screen keeps changing like that. But anyways, we're going to get into Stay, and let's see what it does. So far, like the last few I've reacted to, have sounded kind of Motown funk, giving me that garnered towards teenagers appeal of sort of naivety, innocence, challenge, those things that we go through as teenagers with our hormones starting to blossom, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, here we go.
You make my load much lighter. be a fool to believe, but if you go, I'd rather think of dying instead. I never want you to leave. Stay, darling. Stay, darling. You know you got to stay, darling.
Okay, so I'm getting from this. I have to stop it for copyright purposes. But it feels like this song is about someone that is in her life that maybe keeps leaving, but she's now wanting them to stay because they make her feel all of these connections of stability. And she doesn't want this person to leave. She wants them to simply stay. You know, not leave. Be with her. I'm thinking that it's just a very simple song because, like I said, I feel that this was kind of like more of an experimental album, but yet it was more garnered towards the teenage at the time because she was still early 20s. So it's one of those things that just go along with it because she had already developed a strong teen following. So it's expected. So let me back it up a little bit because the way my computer acts, it always... Okay. See, that's what I was talking about when she said it right there. Because true love is so hard to find. So she's telling the person to stay because she's in love. I'm not completely sure if the person reciprocates the feelings, but she's begging him to stay, or this person to stay. I don't want to assume that. You never assume anything with Madonna. You just take it. But yeah, I'm getting that it's a simple song about, you know, she's obviously in love with this person and she does not want them to leave. She wants them to stay. What she said there, because true love is so hard to find. That makes perfect sense in the song. Come on. Comes at Motown. Wow. That was, I guess, a perfect way to end an album. If you think about it, she wants you to stay. You know, stay around maybe for her next album. Because she's in love with us. And she doesn't want us to leave. But yeah, it was like I said, a very simple song. I heard, like I said, a lot of Motown influence in there, which is something that she's always continued to do throughout her career. And like I said, growing up in the Motown capital, you become infused and listen to stuff like that, and that becomes ingrained in you, and it becomes part of you. And that's probably why she became so accepting of other cultures, was because she was hearing things probably that were not allowed in her house growing up, which made her feel like an outsider. And that's probably why she felt the suffocation and suppression of being grounded in a little suburban area. She was not cut out for. She was one of those, when you have an IQ of 145, she already had that mentality of probably knowing that she was destined for more than settling down and being a cheerleader in high school and going to college and doing the typical things that were expected at her time. And being born in 1958 and having that sound around you growing up, you know, that sets an impression on you. So she kind of grew up with the Motown, but then again, when she was coming of age, disco was big. And then when she started writing and making music and everything, disco was kind of fading out, and that punk rock, garage, you know, sound was coming in, and she's like, okay, let's incorporate all of this. And that's how she did the Madonna album. Then I think that she kind of like went a little bit pop, and then towards the end of the album of this one, she kind of like started going back to a little bit of more of that funk, Motown, to end the album. It's kind of like an experimentation, sort of. So, anyways, that was Stay, off of Madonna's second studio album, Like a Virgin. And I quite enjoyed it because of the simplicity, and just, it was just one of those songs that, yeah, it's not so complex, but it fit for the genre that she was catering to at the time. So she didn't want it to be too heavily laid. Now, Like a Virgin, and I'd say Material Girl, kind of went in real strong, but she was probably at that point where she knew that Pushing Buttons was going to be able to get her up there. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed that video reaction, and until my next one, I send you all my love from the US to wherever you are in this great big old world, and see you later. Lots of love, hugs, and kisses. Bye-bye.